Welcome to Houma, Louisiana. Tonight, as the sun sets, we get ready for another Monday night spectacular between the Motor City V8s and the Louisiana Revolution. Good evening, everyone. Alongside Eddie Gage, I'm Cameron Irvine, Rochelle Colston, Stephen Hacker on stats. We got a legendary crew for this spectacular matchup. Motor City 4-2, leading the North, but just by a hair. And they are into town to take on the 3-3 Louisiana Revolution off a bye. Good evening, Eddie.
SFL Nation, what up, dog? Yo, excited to be in the booth with you, Cam. And tonight on Monday Night Spectacular, we got teacher versus student. We got Gerald versus Drew. Remember way back when in season 14 when Gerald came over from London to coach Motor City? Guess who his pupil was? Drew, really. And now they get to go up against each other. These teams been going back and forth the past few contests, and I can't wait to see how this shakes out tonight.
4 of the last 5 meetings, including the last 3, have been one-score ball games. Michael Brown, the rookie QB in town. Of course, you got that dynamic backfield, Dwayne Salmons, Chris Grant Jr., the couple of rookies both picked in the top 10 of this season's draft class. Hey, everybody out there in YouTube world, let's play some football. Big game tonight for both. Louisiana's in 14th currently in the first updated road to the championship standings released earlier tonight on This Week in the SFL. They need this one. Motor City needs this one. The ball is on the tee from kicker Caleb Williams. Hand is in the air. Let's kick it. We are underway here on Monday night. 4 yards deep in the end zone. It will be returned. And look at that. Chris Grant Jr. is going to take it out of the end zone to the 27-yard line. Tommy Utah is your starting quarterback for Louisiana in his 5th season of the SFL, all with the Revs.
In his 5th season, Cam, he comes into this contest 8th in completions.
Utah 6'4", 235, along with Salmons and Grant Jr. in the backfield. Cameron Collier, the fullback, who I think on your show you said was the one player you wish you would have had before Justin Williams started going crazy in your backfield. Lyric Da Vinci, Liam Hammer, Adam Banks, and Reggio De Niro, your wide receivers, tight end Levy Lease, John Michael Sudduth. On the line, Sergey Katzloff, Cole Katz, Odette Boudreau, and Ross Napoli. This is Da Vinci in motion on a 1st down and 10 as Louisiana's offense gets started with 8 in the box from Motor City's defense. Utah will drop back to pass. Utah will fire it. That is caught by Da Vinci for a 1st down to the 39-yard line. Wrapped up at the end of the play by Mark Kaufman.
You talked about it, Cam, pre-snap. Motor City just confirmed it pre-game as well. They want to put some pressure in the box, put some pressure up in the face of the quarterback, and force him to get rid of the ball early.
Utah stays cool, calm, and collected at least to start, but he did have some traffic around his feet. That Motor City defense, Doug Howard, Dakota Butts, Nick Brummer, and Mike Ballot on the line. Linebackers Matthew Holford and Rodney Panani, but a light group compared to some of the rest in the SFL. Mark Kaufman, Terrence Pearson, King Rashid, David Leathers, Nicholas Warner, Kane Vasquez in the secondary. Panani makes the tackle after a 2-yard pickup for Salmons, set up a 2nd and 8.
My former teammate, Rodney Panani,
who has often been called Panini incorrectly all his career. Poor guy. Every time they say that, I just think, man, Panini sounds real good right now. 2nd down and 8. Hand off to Salmon. So cut it back up the middle of the field and pick up half of what they need. 3rd down and 4. It's a little surprising. Louisiana's run game not as not necessarily as advertised as we thought. We thought they were going to be breaking all sorts of records. It's been a touch of a struggle.
It has, which is why Tommy Utah is 8th in completions.
That's true. Tommy back to pass. Oh, he almost was 2 for 2. And John Michael Sudduth got a little too cute there. David Leathers in coverage, and Motor City's defense going to get a stop on the first possession.
David Leathers, one of the more active people in all the SFL, comes out here active and on the game and on the field as well with a great pass breakup to force Louisiana off the field.
Louisiana's 3.5-point favorites tonight on an over-under of 57.5 from Jack's data. Earlier this week, they correctly called that over-under of 48.5 by a point. I'm trying to remember what game that was that they called that, but they were memeing, give me my money, as Tank Bennett, nice stop in the backfield at inside the 20-yard line. So Motor City going to have a long way to go, 86 yards, in fact, as number 86, Guy Clausen, fielded that return.
Tank Bennett showing his versatility. Although he's one of the highest paid safeties in all of football, here he is on special teams also.
And they've had him on, so he's been the special teams demon, what it used to be called, for years, and they still got him back there handling duties. Nice tackle on his first opportunity of the night on special teams. Motor City will start with a run. This is Christopher Dean, and Dean will pick up 3, about the 17-yard line, spilled by Blake B. Craze. The rest of this Louisiana Revolution defense includes Brian Craven, Gary Burney, Neil Rivers, and Chance Wall on the line. Linebackers, it's a thick group. Tommy Welbrock, Busey, Chuck Diesel, Gary Clem, and Blake B. Craze. Secondary, Evan Arthur, Rolliman Hood, Nathan Blake, Dante Grimm, Tank Bennett, and Jeff Malinishin. Second down and 7 for Brown. Brown will drop back to pass. That pass is caught by Phil Koss for a first down.
And that was a great read by Motor City as Louisiana brought the blitz. It was a delayed blitz, Cam. As we can get a look on it in a replay, it's a delayed blitz right at the A gap. They read it, get the ball out where the linebackers just left from. First down.
It's obviously been an interesting season for Motor City's offense, but Phil Koss, your second leading receiver with now 27 receptions. That's top 25 in the league coming in to this week. He's got a touchdown. Noe Terrazas has 4. Shane Kaufman 2 this season. Christopher Dean takes another handoff, picks up just 1. Bennett on the stop.
Bennett on the stop, but he had help as Louisiana brought the blitz. But the blitzer, I didn't get his number, saw it, turned around, and slowed him down just a bit for Tank to get up and make the tackle.
Both teams getting aggressive tonight. Louisiana's in their white helmets, green jerseys, white pants with the white numbers and light blue trim. Motor City got those new engine helmets as Michael Brown completes that one to Guy Clausen to set up a third down and short. They've got the blue helmets, white jerseys, blue pants with the light blue flames, numbers, and trim. 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Motor City's offense is not really exciting, not really something that drops your jaw, but if they stay ahead of the chains, they're just as efficient as anybody.
4-down lineman for Louisiana. They'll hand it off to Dean. Dean running left. He's got the first down. Wrapped up by Gary Clem, but not before Motor City moves the chains. And I must say, these helmets looking real sharp for the V8s tonight. Much improved.
They are. I was just about to comment on that as well, Cam.
Louisiana, first home game since honoring Cadillac style, Leonard Butler Sr., where they scored exactly 86 points. The two teams combined in that win over Queen City as Bill Cherry gets the handoff for a pickup of a couple, wrapped up by Chuck Diesel. But it was an emotional night for the Revs. They've had a couple of weeks off to think about that, and I think despite 3-3, they're feeling pretty good right now, Eddie.
Absolutely. They came off to a slow start, but they got things together ever since Coach Craven took over the coaching duties, Cam.
2nd and 8, 4 minutes in. Phil Koss going to go in motion. .12 on the play clock. Michael Brown under center. Nope, Creata actually under center. Hands off to Christopher Dean. Dean breaks off a tackle. Christopher Dean wrapped up by Clem, just shy of the first down. You'll see that from time to time tonight. Ibrahim Creata gets in the game. Michael Brown. Brown gets the majority of the reps, but Ibrahim Creata, he can be a threat, no doubt.
Yeah, they sneak him in there sometimes and try to throw off defenses. Got to pay attention.
3rd down and 1. 5.5 to go in the first. Ball at midfield. Handoff is going to be stopped in the backfield. Gary Clem comes screaming off the left side. Gets a TFL for a 3-yard loss, and that'll stop the Motor City first drive of the game.
The very first time I saw Gary Clem in person, he came to the SFL convention with a gold jacket on. If he keeps making tackles in the backfield like that, he'll be getting a gold jacket from the SFL as well.
No doubt, as that punt is away, nearly blocked actually. Louisiana bringing the heat. This one going to drop inside the 10 and trying to locate the football. It was actually really close to catching that thing, but it bounced right behind his head, and Louisiana will start it off at the 20-yard line.
You're taught as a special teams return man, anything inside the 5 you let bounce at the 10, you field it. They got away with one there.
They certainly did. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dags Drone Works, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at SFL.com. So 5:05 to go in the first. Both teams with a punt to start the ball game. As Tommy Utah will drop back, fire it to Liam Hammer. Hammer splits the difference. Hammer 40, 35, 30. Too quick. No, he's not. Dragged down to the 20-yard line as King Rashid saves a touchdown, but not before Hammer erupts for a first down.
All too often, receivers, Cam, are just happy to come up with a completion. This time, Liam Hammer brings it in, splits the defense, and almost takes it to the house before being ran down after a long gain of 60 yards.
60 yards on that one. Great job by Utah leading his receiver, right, Eddie? I mean, he put that on him perfectly. Right in stride.
It's him in stride. Yep.
Officially 59. That's just rude. 41 yak yards for Hammer. 4:32 to go in the first. Biggest play from either offense so far tonight as Dwayne Salmons takes the handoff and gets a generous 3, 2nd and 7.
A generous 3 indeed. Home cooking. Cooking up something special for Louisiana early on, Cam.
4:13 left in the first. Not often this season do you see back-to-back punts to start a football game, but these defenses have come to play tonight. Utah, pressure, sack, and a loss of about 6 on the play. Doug Howard with the takedown.
Talking to Drew really pregame, he told me he was going to bring the pressure on Tommy Utah today to get his attention and try to force him to make some premature reads and force some bad throws, some interceptions, and as here shows, gets him down the turf as well.
It looked like Cole Katz didn't know to block, Eddie. I think that was Kane Vasquez coming in on the blitz off that same side, and Katz didn't know to pick up. 3rd and 13. Empty. Adam Banks in motion. They're going to go 4 on the left of Utah. Dime look for Motor City. Tommy Utah all day this time. Fires end zone. Caught just shy of it. Adam Banks, the man in motion, gets down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Louisiana.
And that's the thing, Cam. Anytime you're coming out 5 wide and then you motion a guy to the far side of the field with 3 other receivers, you got 4 guys in the area. So it all depends on a route tree, how effective that can be. But he comes back to the near side of the field, less traffic, more defenders. But Cam, it makes it an easier read for the quarterback. They do that. 1st and goal, Louisiana.
Utah starts 3 for 4 for 93 yards. He's hit 3 different receivers, all for a gain of at least 12 into the green end zone here at Stack Up Stadium. 3 minutes left in the first. 1st down and goal. Collier's the fullback. Chris Grant Jr. is in. Check that. It's Salmons, and that is a Louisiana touchdown. So the Revolution are on the board first. Salmons with his 8th touchdown of the season. 6-0.
They actually pulled the guard, Odette Boudreau. Didn't quite get to his man, but he did it just enough to allow Louisiana to get in the end zone.
Louisiana keeping up with their tradition of having a little fun with their opponents. Saw the shirt. You'll see. I think you'll get a look there of a car stuck in mud. All in good fun. Louisiana does it better than anybody right now. That extra point is good. 7-0.
There's actually a couple teams that do it pretty well. We've seen Minnesota come out and do some things too.
Well, that's true. The check engine end zone was pretty comical. It's hard to believe that rematch is next week. And
next week.
Yeah, Indianapolis, man. They got the momentum right now. It's going to be an interesting game.
They do. And word on the street is there's been a change in coaching, Cam, over there. Can't confirm or deny, but that's the rumor.
Well, you would know what's going on the street, considering that show from the goal line. Johan Sutherland on the return, and he's been dynamic and special. Johan Sutherland, 30, 35, 40, down the sideline, wrapped up by Nathan Blake at the 44-yard line. The combination of Johan Sutherland and Guy Clausen on kick returns has been the best combo in the league.
It has. It's right up there, Cam. You're probably right. It probably is the best. It's
maybe outside of Scott Johnson and Leo Morris in Portland. Yeah.
That's where I was going. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't get talked about enough, the value that special teams has this season, Cam, with the depth of these rosters.
I got a little hyped. Forgot about the other 25 teams that aren't playing right now. Can't forget about man. What a pickup for Portland. That was
he almost sent you a DM.
That would have been you, man. That would have been you. 5 wide, empty here on 1st down and 10 for Motor City, mixing things up. Michael Brown back to pass. Clean pocket, Brown caught. Guy Clausen grabs it. Got a block late down to the Louisiana 35-yard line. 1st down for Clausen, his 2nd grab of the night.
Guy Clausen probably just saved an interception because that ball was out in front of him. He reached out with one hand and grabbed it. I think that was Tank Bennett who was trying to snatch it out of the air behind him. He was definitely in the area. Great catch by Guy Clausen.
Brown up to 40 passing yards. Clausen now with 10 grabs on the young season, but a couple of touchdowns in the receiving game, and then it also has added that kick return score as well. Michael Brown back to pass on a fresh set of downs, and Brown's complete inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. That is Kaufman on the catch. Shane Kaufman wearing number 19.
Yeah, that's what threw me off for a bit too. But you can see he actually had a couple different receivers he had an option to throw the ball to. Great read in zone coverage over the linebacker in front of the safety. Going to move the chains once again for Motor City.
Put together a much cleaner drive on Motor City's 2nd opportunity at the football. First down at the 17 for the V8s. 2 in the backfield. Rolleman Hood going to adjust. Noe Terrasas went in motion there, but Louisiana going to stay in his zone. They'll drop it off away from the motion man, but really nice job by Nathan Blake to close that down. He was not fooled.
And you can see exactly what Motor City was trying to do there. They were trying to see if it was zone or man. They sent the man in motion. He did not follow him. Louisiana in cover 2 defense, easy read for the defense to come up there and make the tackle.
2nd down and 11. 1:10 to go in the 1st. Brown hands it off to Dean. Dean inside the 15 and wrestled down by Brian Craven to set up a 3rd down and 7.
The other day I said on my show I didn't know if Dean was patient or slow or maybe a bit of both.
3rd and 7, 50 seconds to go in the 1st. Empty backfield. Either way, Dean's got 11 touchdowns this season. He's been money in the red zone. Michael Brown trying to get a passing touchdown. That pass is incomplete, intended for Koss in the corner of the end zone. That pass incomplete, so their drive will stall. But got to give Motor City credit. This has definitely been
Tank Bennett hit somebody as he
helmet.
brings it in. It did, but I think Tank Bennett in the area hit him. Just he was trying to bring that pass in. That was a touchdown otherwise, Cam, I think.
Yeah, I get Tank breathing down your neck, but got to come away with that one. I mean, he had it. He had it.
He had it, but he's got to focus a bit more and get the ball. He got to catch with his hands, not his head.
31-yard chip shot here for Caleb Richards. As I was getting to, got to give credit to Motor City. I mean, they've looked really sharp in this first quarter offensively. 6 or 5 different players have caught a pass in this passing game so far. 6-play, 40-yard drive for the V8s gets them on the board, 7-3.
And that's not like them. Typically, the ball has been going to their 2 top targets, Noe Terrasas and Field Koss. So a bit of change up in the game plan tonight here, Cam.
38 seconds left in the first, 7-3. Louisiana has the lead in a good one. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. As Hammer gets the return out at the 23, he's got a kick return touchdown this season. Chat shout-outs to who's that? Kwame Boy 67 in the chat. Colin Northrup, Crazy Canuck 117. Guy Clausen's here. John Michael Suddeth is here. Ron Haynes in the house. Adam Banks. Mr. Mike Churchill had a touchdown yesterday or 2 days ago in that DC game. Abari Amon Eaglin is here. Grant Hardaway, many more. Thanks for being here on a Monday night.
John Southern with a solid open field tackle on Liam Hammer. Not an easy thing to do in the open field on special teams.
So from the 23, Louisiana got a punted on their first drive, touchdown on their second drive, and this time it's Motor City blowing up that play, only a 2-yard pickup for Salmons.
2-yard pickup is the offensive line got pushed back, got no push up front. Easy for these linebackers to come up and make the tackle when those offensive linemen can't get to the next level.
Could be the final play of the quarter here for Louisiana, 2nd down and 8. Utah, just a 3-man rush. Deep down the field, incomplete. There's a flag. They're going to get Motor City on PI. We'll have to take a closer look. Wish we could slow this down.
Yeah, I think it was. I think that's the right call. And I'm a defensive guy, but Liam Hammer was open there on that comeback route and got hit just a bit too early. Let's take a look. Maybe not.
It almost looked like the pass was behind Liam Hammer, and he had to come back for it, and Warner got caught in no man's land.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Nicholas Warner flagged for that. 6 different players on Motor City's defense already have a tackle, and 8 on Louisiana's. It's been very balanced on both sides of the football for both teams here in this first quarter. Lou's up 7-3. 1st and 10. Final play of the quarter. Utah back to pass. Utah will dump it off. Cameron Collier showing the moves. Picks up 7. That is a nicely nimble move from Cameron Collier.
One thing, Cam, about the change and what the SFL's adopted this season, that was trips tight in the old game. It's trips tight in this one, but the personnel was different. It spreads the defense out, and I love it.
End of the quarter. Louisiana 7, Motor City 3. We got a good one here on the Week 8 Monday Night Spectacular. Kwame, Motor City's record is 4-2. Louisiana's record is 3-3. Your records, your timeouts, your over-under, your spread up in the upper corners of your screen. As possession switches alongside Eddie Gage, I'm Cameron Irvine, Stephen Hacker, Rochelle Colston, killing it in the stat truck tonight. As the pitch out to Salmons, has some room. Dwayne Salmons, first down, past midfield with a full head of steam. Louisiana stacking first downs.
A full head of steam. He got a great push up front by his backup tight end on the edge there, setting the tone and allowing him that space to get outside.
3 receivers tight to the left. They flip it out opposite way, nearly a backwards pass there. Salmons was the intended receiver, but Mark Kaufman drills him in the backfield, 2nd down.
One thing I love is an aggressive corner. Do not be afraid. Get up there, make a play, make your presence felt, and make those receivers alter their routes.
Gone are the days where you just stick them 20 yards deep down the field, make sure you don't get burned. 2nd and 10, at least for some teams. 3 receivers
Chips
now,
tight again.
Far side right, yep. And nope, play action here. Tommy Utah down the field has Cameron Collier, first down to the 27-yard line. He's doing it just for you, Eddie.
That's right, Cam. Cameron Collier catching the ball 15, 20 yards downfield. Not every fullback in the SFL can do that, Cam.
They just lost him in coverage.
They did.
2 catches.
Play action did it. That was great.
That was a nice play call because I thought for sure that Salmons was going to get that football. Good change up there from Lou.
I might have to steal that one, Cam.
Utah's 5 for 7, 123 yards, QBR 114. Louisiana's on the move again. Handoff now to Salmons. More great push up front by that Motor City defensive line. That was Dakota Butts making that happen. Cuts Salmons' lead, or Salmons' total down to 4.
2nd down and 6. Still trying to stay ahead of the chains, though. Like the effort to continue to turn those legs forward. Collins says Jim Harbaugh would love that play.
Yep, he sure would. Motor City are at the first down at the 2nd and 6 at the Motor City 22. 8 in the box for the V8s. And Salmons still is going to get the first down. Motor City actually played that nicely. Salmons, with one of his best runs of the night, his previous long was 7.
That rookie's showing why Louisiana traded up in the draft to pick him up with effort like that.
They were certainly the talk of that early draft, getting those 2 running backs early, totally threw the draft on its head.
Yep.
High formation now, the Motor City 16. Salmons takes another handoff. This time Motor City all over it. Panani on the tackle, now leads the team with 3.
I think, Cam, that's what this game is going to come down to, efficiency in the red zone. Who can win those red zone battles and get 6 points rather than settling for 3?
Second down and 9.
Blitz.
Pass caught against that blitz. That's Lyric Da Vinci for a 1st and goal, Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Tell me Utah is a brave young soldier. He knows he's about to get hit, keeps his eyes downfield, allows his target to get through the zone where he needs him to be, finds him, hits him. 1st down, Louisiana.
Louisiana in the red zone this season. We'll get those numbers for you in a moment. 1st and goal. Liam Hammer goes in motion. Another methodical drive here from the Revs. 7:15 to go in the first half. Handoff Salmons. Salmons has a touchdown. 2nd of the night, untouched. Louisiana up 10.
2nd touchdown of the night for Dwayne. 9th on the season already. Having a great rookie campaign. And Louisiana, I mean, that was little effort. He could have walked in there. I could have walked in that, Cam, and I'm 50 years old.
You sound like, what is that, Rachel Drash on SNL? I'm 50.
Yeah.
50 years old. Louisiana, rather, in the red zone, 13 touchdowns, 7 field goals on 20 trips. They have now scored 22 times on 22 trips, one of 2 teams in the SFL that has scored on every red zone opportunity they've had. 14-3, 10-play, 77-yard drive. Doesn't get better than that.
Who's the other team, Cam?
You would tell. You know what? It's in the article previewing this week. We'll have to go back and get it.
Okay.
I put it out there earlier, and now I can't remember. I hope it's not you. I'll never hear the end of it. Kneel down. Sutherland at the 20-yard line. Meanwhile, Motor City's red zone defense, I bring it up because you brought it up, Eddie. They've given up 16 touchdowns on 22 trips, 4 field goals. They've forced 2 turnovers. So that's what Motor City is working with defensively tonight. Offensively, 26 touchdowns and 31 red zone trips. Like you said earlier, Eddie, they don't have a lot of explosive plays. They do a lot of their work inside that 20-yard line.
That's right.
Handoff to Bill Cherry. Got a 1st down and more to the 11-yard line. Best run of the night for Cherry.
And for a moment there, Cam, the way he fell down, I didn't think he was going to get up. He got hit twice by 2 different defenders right here at the end. Watch this.
Sandwiched by Clem and Arthur, but holds on to the football and still has a 1st down.
Shake off Blake Craze to get it, too. Very impressive run.
Portland is the other team that has scored on every red zone trip this season as Cherry picks up 5 again.
Portland got flexed to Monday night in a couple weeks, Cam.
They did. Who they playing?
That team from the desert that no one really talks about. They don't get a lot of love around here.
Are you nobody? Because last I heard, you talk about them all the time. 2nd and 5. 6:25 to go in the first half. Motor City's played well, but Louisiana's played better. Christopher Dean near a 1st down, just shy of a 1st down. That's brought down by Chance Wall, the big DT, 3rd and inches.
And I tell you what, number 78, whoever he is, he doesn't have a contract right now, but he keeps pulling like that, and he'll have one next season. Great job by the left guard.
Didn't get to Motor City's offense. We'll do that if they pick up the 1st down here as they'll hand it off to Dean, and he won't get it. Wow. Stopped in the backfield by Craze.
Blake Craze, I don't think Cam has missed a tackle, and I joke about this often, but I mean it. I don't think he's missed a tackle since season 15. He's a consistent player, makes tackles in the open field religiously.
Motor City against Atlanta really struggled on 3rd down and short. That was a tough pill to swallow there, getting stopped on 3rd and inches as Hammer gets the ball up to the 29-yard line. I'll run through the Motor City offense quickly anyway. Don't want to let it linger to the second half. Ibrahim Creative, Michael Brown, in your backfield. Bill Cherry, Christopher Dean at the fullback positions. They'll rotate multiple positions throughout the night. Johan Sutherland, Shane Kaufman, Noe Tarasas, Guy Clausen. Your receivers, Azami Mahata, Julian Gusters, Phil Koss. Your tight ends, Bill and Phil McMillan, are your tackles, and John Smith, your center. He was the number 3 pick in the SFL draft. A very talented team. Just got to put it all together.
Absolutely.
5:35 to go in the first half, and Louisiana has pulled ahead here in the second quarter after a balanced first quarter from both squads. Dwayne Salmons gets 4, stays ahead of the chains.
Stays ahead of the chains, 5.5 minutes left. Louisiana would like to eat up just about all of this clock if they can and leave Motor City with as little time as possible to come try and score again before the half concludes.
5:12 left. We'll give it off to Salmons. Salmons hit in the open field. Beautifully done. I think that was Vasquez with the stop. 3rd and 4. That's his 12th carry of the night for 40 yards.
3rd and 4, and Motor City wants a golden opportunity. They have run right here to get off the field and have time left to score should they make a stop.
3rd down, 4. Louisiana, first 3rd down of the second quarter. Utah fires, caught. Adam Banks got up for it. First down into Motor City territory.
And Motor City tried to fool Tommy Utah in this offense. It looked like cover 2 pre-snap, but they actually bailed up out of there. There was some kind of cover 3, it looks like, Cam, and Tommy Utah was not fooled. They moved the chains.
4:35 to go in the first half. 14-3, Louisiana on top. 3-3 record, trying to get to 4-3. They're way far back of the division that Florida is running away with at this point, but still have every opportunity to make the playoffs, make some noise. Dwayne Salmons goes untouched for 8 yards. Nice job on the near side here by David Leathers to force him out. Pickup of 9.
It was, but that's on Rodney Panani, number 52. It was very slow reacting to the play. Not sure what he was looking at, but he's got to be able to read that and react a bit quicker and not allow this running game to get outside to the edge.
He just ran into a limbo pole that I didn't know was out there on that right there at the end of that play.
Yeah.
Got to watch your feet. 2nd and 1. Another solid drive here for Louisiana. They have scored on their last 2 possessions. Salmons is dropped. No gain on the play. Matthew Holford with the stop to set up 3rd down.
He's getting up and looking at his linebacker and telling him that's how you step up, react to a play, and make a tackle.
Louisiana, 79 yards, 76 yards for touchdowns on the last 2 drives. This would be a 71-yard touchdown drive if they were able to convert. 3rd down and 1 at the Motor City 37. They need just shy of the 36 for a first. They'll flip it out. Salmons in trouble. Salmons got away. Dwayne Salmons needs one more block. Can't get it, but sprinting to the sideline. Panani forces him out into the red zone. Dwayne Salmons not waiting for the block, and it proved to work out.
Drew really pregame Cam, when I interviewed him, said he was really worried about this Louisiana run game. Says the best he's faced all season. No disrespect to any previous opponents, but he was really worried about it. They read it well. They actually had the outside contained, but it was just better offense that led to that 1st and goal situation.
Up to 4.7 yards per carry. Dwayne Salmons this season has a couple of strong performances, particularly as of late. In fact, his most recent game against Queen City, his best, 210 yards. That's a loss of 8 for Tommy Utah, as Motor City's pressure, which has been a little quiet in the second quarter, gets home again.
Yeah, Rodney Panati did not like that comment I made about him not stepping up and making plays and reacting to the run game, showing, hey, I may not be a great run stuffer, but I can react and get after the pass on this pass rush, and comes up with a critical sack.
Panani with the sack.
His first of the season.
Yep, his first of the season. Utah on 2nd down and 18. He'll dump it off, try and get some yards back. Salmons fighting with King Rashid down to the 16-yard line. An official credit of 5 for Dwayne. 3rd and 13, longest 3rd down of the night for Louisiana.
If you're the head coach for Motor City, do you call a timeout right here, Cam?
Yeah, they could get the ball back before the 2-minute warning. Utah gets the heavy blitz. It's picked up, but the pass is off target. Worst throw of the night for Tommy, looking for Da Vinci way behind him, and Nicholas Warner missed a huge opportunity at a pick.
He sure did. Actually hit him in the helmet, Cam, and I'm not sure if he was thinking about the blitz and just got rid of it prematurely, but should he hit him on the outside shoulder, he has a chance to turn around and get upfield and pick up some more yards.
Well, now Motor City gets to save all 3 timeouts, and Otis Boudreau will come on for a 34-yard chipper. Make it 17-3. That field goal is true. 4 possessions, 3 scores for Louisiana. 17-3, but Motor City got plenty of time before the end of the first half.
I just noticed that they have Reggie Streeter's name up in the rafters, Cam. Nice job.
Still, the single-game rushing record holder in the SFL. We'll never forget that game, and I don't think Stephen Hacker and Michael Turillo will either. That was some kind of it just for historians or lack thereof. That game was over. Streeter was supposed to be out, and they put him back in, and he got the record. It was incredible.
Never won a record tied to your association when you're on the losing end of it.
Michael Brown, 6 for 7 for 64 yards. He's had a nice first half, but Motor City just hadn't been on the field all that much offensively. Brown runs away from the blitz, finds another fullback out of the backfield. Bill Cherry with his first catch. And don't look now, Eddie, but that's officially 5 catches for fullbacks tonight.
It is, and guess what, Cam? It came out the same play, same formation that Louisiana did. And sometimes coaches do this. They'll see something that gives them a hard time, and they'll put it in their playbook and execute it as well.
2-minute warning. You're right, Eddie. That was an identical result there for Motor City. We've reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Week 8 Monday Night Spectacular on SFL YouTube. No halftime. We're a little bit of a skeleton crew this week, but Eddie and I and Hacker and Rochelle will keep you entertained all night long. Monday night doubleheader elsewhere as well, but we don't care about that right now.
Don't care about it.
Brown hands it off to Dean, and Dean is stuffed. Bennett with the stop, a pickup of 1.
That's the one thing I don't like when teams put a man in motion. That's one thing if they're in man coverage, but if they're in zone, leave him over there to block for you.
Christopher Dean now 13 yards on 7 carries. Louisiana has been impressive against the run. 2nd down, 9.
This is an example when you put a guy in man, right here. Wide side of the field, more grass to cover.
Clausen being defended by Hood. Handoff Dean, nothing again. They're actually going to mark it for a TFL.
Yep.
And that was Gary Burney, this defensive line. We talked about in pregame, this Louisiana defensive line, one of the best in the league.
Absolutely. Always has been.
3rd and 10, 1:12 to go. Motor City trying to do something with it. Brown will take the check down. Dean, not enough space. Couldn't see what was happening down the field there, but that's not what Motor City was looking for, I don't think.
I don't think so either, and he had time to survey the field and find someone else downfield, but perhaps did not. I don't know what he was thinking, but just not a smart decision there. Give yourself some more time and see if something else opens up.
Well, now Louisiana's got, I'm surprised, Motor City, they should have taken more time off the clock there.
Yep.
They're giving it back to Hammer now. Hammer on the return to the 23-yard line. 41 seconds, all 3 timeouts for Louisiana. We'll see what they can do there. Louisiana's run defense this season, they give up just 4.1 yards on the ground. It's top 3 run defense in the league, if not number 2. I know Alamo City's number 1 at 3.9 from research from earlier this week, but 4.1, pretty great for Louisiana's run D.
Alamo City gets a lot of slack from Chad and I on the Streets of Talking podcast for having such a deep roster, but I'll tell you what, it's starting to show why all these records they're setting over here.
41 seconds. Tommy Utah going to stay aggressive. He'll dump it off John Michael Sudduth. Wow, great tackle from Nicholas Warner in the open field. That's probably going to end the half.
Yeah, they're probably going to run another play, Cam. Still 30 seconds left. But, yeah, once again, these cornerbacks sitting up there, not allowing these free releases by these receivers.
2nd and 10. Wow, they empty 5 wide. Louisiana not going to give it up just yet. Utah has been 8 for 12. Oh, wow. Liam Hammer with the catch, and he got out of bounds. That was the definition of low and away from Tommy. Woo!
Yes,
that was making me nervous.
Just a bit outside, as they say in baseball.
Wow. That was all the way across the field. That may have been his best throw of the night. 9 for 13. He's protected the football.
A lot of people don't realize just how long of a throw that is.
3rd and 2, and out of bounds with 14 seconds to go. Collier goes strong side. Flip that way. Sammons had Warner in the backfield. Sammons, can he get out of bounds? 45, 50. Sammons did not get out of bounds. They'll take a timeout. They got enough time for a Hail Mary anyway. Inside of Motor City territory.
Inside of Motor City territory is going to set up a Hail Mary here, I would assume, Cam. Let's see what they do here. Or perhaps they just run a conventional play. They don't want their quarterback getting hurt, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
See what they can get out of this. Sammons had a really nice first half.
Delay.
Draw. Sammons to the 42. That's going to end the half. Probably wise for Louisiana. Protecting a 14-point advantage here at the break. 17-3. Bit of a surprise with the way this game took off, but Louisiana, once again here at home, they look sharp.
Winners of 3 straight games, looking for their 4th straight. And I said it pregame, Cam. They made a change in the coaching staff 2 games ago, and it's starting to pay dividends. They're on a 3-game winning streak after the slow start. And shout out to Louisiana for getting the job done. I'm not sure exactly what areas they cleaned up, but they've been rolling. And Chad and I were talking about it on our podcast again. You know, just quick advertisement there. Streets are talking, but yeah. They've figured some things out these past few games, and they got the ball rolling. And this isn't the Louisiana of the old days, Cam. Just dumping the ball off 30 times a game and passing the ball when necessary about 40 yards downfield. They're opening things up a bit and utilizing the skill set of Liam Hammer and company.
Sammons coming off of his season high, 210 yards, his first 200-yard performance of the season. He's got 98 here at the break, and they've got a 2-possession lead. Motor City going to have to figure out how to contain him. The V8s do get the ball to start the second half, so that's positive for Motor City as they are trying to protect that lead in the north. A loss tonight puts Canton right back in the driver's seat, and it feels like every week those two teams flip-flopping at the top of that small north division. Small but mighty.
Motor City looking to win their first back-to-back game since week 2 tonight, Cam.
That kicks away, and the deep kick from Otis Boudreau forcing Guy Clausen without a return. In that first half, 11 first downs for Louisiana, 6 for Motor City, but the play count 35-25 in favor of Louisiana, including 22-10 in that second quarter. So Motor City's offense lacking a little bit of momentum right now. They can get that back pretty quickly. Guy Clausen goes in motion. Arthur follows him over to the left side. Brown will start the half of the pass. Hit by the blind side, Gary Clem. Sack. That is Clem's 7th tackle of the night.
And he just simply beat the left tackle off the snap count. I'm not sure if he knew what the snap count was or what. Maybe it's film study. Maybe it's something he saw in his stance. But he was up and out of there and in the backfield before the left tackle even realized what was going on. 2nd and 14.
That is not where Motor City wanted to start this second half. Back behind the
Trips
change
tight.
and back behind the 20. There it is, trips tight. As Michael Brown fires down the field. That is hauled in for a first down catch. That's Phil Koss's second grab. Move of the chains.
Phil Koss and his buddy Noah Terrasis combined coming into this game, Cam, for 66 of the 106 completions that Motor City has on the season. You got to find those two guys whenever they line up.
And Koss has been there a while, you know, back in the St. Louis Gladiator days. He's had some incredible performances on this roster as Bill Cherry takes the handoff and gets 6 yards. Interesting dynamic, Eddie, is Motor City's gone away from Christopher Dean a little bit because he hasn't been getting it done, but Bill Cherry sure has.
Bill Cherry has. Continue to get the bulk load of the carries here.
4 for 24, also has a catch for 19. Dean just 28 yards on 11 touches. 2nd and 4. Hand off, Dean, and again, stuffed. Wow, Louisiana, first time calling Louisiana this season. Their run defense is really good. Chuck Diesel on the stop.
It has. First time I got to see it in person live, and I've always said I wanted to know exactly what they were doing over here defensively, but seeing it here live now, I'm sure enough convinced.
3rd and 3. Stack Up Stadium getting loud. Michael Brown dumps it off over the middle. Whose fault was that one? Incomplete pass for Brown, just a little bit off.
Yeah, it was low to the ground. I think that was a 3-dog T look from Louisiana on that play, too. Got a safety over the top of the primary tight end, making sure he gets coverage at all times.
What's your favorite play name? I like Dog the Dig. That reminded me of it.
My favorite play is the name is 3 Robert because it just smells pick 6.
Yep. I hear you on that. Liam Hammer on the return up to the 26-yard line. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. Don't I know it? There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support.
And as soon as you said that, Cam, 2 people smashed the like button.
That's what I'm talking
about.
Funny
how that works.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys out there for doing that. Handoff, Salmon's on a pitch. Salmon's going to get wrapped up and spilled by Panani, his 6th tackle. Only trailing Nicholas Warner on the team, 2nd and 8.
Simmons has proven to be a tough guy to bring down, even when met at the line of scrimmage.
There's his updated numbers, just shy of 100.
4 more likes since then, Cam. Up to 21 now.
Racking them up. Salmons. Racking up the yards. Dwayne Salmons trying to turn the corner. He just did before stepping out of bounds. First down, Louisiana.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to challenge it. Probably not worth it. But I thought he was just a bit short. But be it as it may, right on cue, he continues to break tackles, picks up yards, and he's just a tough. It's going to take a team effort, and there's the challenge, Cam.
That may be tough to overturn, but he was right next to the sticks. But Motor City, I don't know if you notice, Eddie, but when they get their linebackers, when they get their front 7 on Salmons, they've had a much easier time. But when that secondary's got to clean it up, they've really struggled. Yep.
And to help them out, you need your defensive linemen to stunt, and hopefully they guess right. When they stunt in the right direction, it forces him to cut the ball out wide, which is, yeah, that's close.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I don't either. Oh, they overturned it.
Okay, well, 3rd down. All right, so Motor City, 3rd and inches. If they can get off the field, Louisiana's got off the field on 3rd and inches tonight. So if they can do the same, they're going to keep this a 2-score game.
I'm not sure if you've seen Arizona's coach lately, Cam, but there's been a change. And I'm very pleased with my head coach, but they did make me a little pudgy around the middle, Cam.
Gotta work on that, man.
I do.
Got to paint some abs on there.
I got to get in the gym.
3rd down and short. 4-down lineman, Motor City. Coming off the edge, and Louisiana goes right up the gut. Dwayne Salmon's 1st down.
The last time they guessed right was unable to bring him down. This time, they guessed outside again, but he run right up the gut. No one there to stop him. 19
runs, 13 passes tonight for Louisiana, and both have been effective. 167 on the ground for Louisiana, 107 on the ground for Louisiana, 167 through the air for the Revs. Haven't seen much of Chris Grant Jr. tonight, but he is in the backfield, and he'll get his first carry. Chris Grant Jr. picks up 4. 2nd and 6.
You know what's eerily similar about both these teams, Cam, is both teams, the leaders in tackles are the free and strong safety.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a good thing.
No. I want my linebackers leading the team in tackles.
2nd and 6. 6:50 to go in the third. They'll keep it on the ground with Chris Grant Jr., and he will fight his way for a 5-yard gain, wrapped up by Mike Balat. Now available, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. Another 3rd and short here. Utah changing the play. Handoff middle. Got it again. Dwayne Salmons, 1st down. Motor City's D tackles struggling right now.
Yeah, now Louisiana is now 5 for 8 on 3rd down attempts, and most of them have been, like you said, Cam, a 3rd and short variety.
Give the V8s credit, though. They've only given up, I think, 1 run of over 10 yards. They are fighting tooth and nail to force Louisiana to go on long drives. It's a 2-yard pickup.
2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. And like you said, when they're playing with the lead, they are in no hurry, and they just continue to eat up this clock.
Three receivers, top of the screen. Hand off, Sam. This time, all over it. Salmons.
Yeah.
Nowhere to run. Mark Kaufman in the backfield.
And that's what it's going to take, Cam, to give yourself a chance. You got to get Louisiana these 2nd and 3rd and long situations to get them to open up the offense and get them to do something they may not be comfortable doing.
Now, can Tommy Utah shake off a little bit of rust here? He hasn't passed in 9 consecutive plays. 3-man rush. Utah off his back foot. Caught it. Liam Hammer to the 14-yard line. Brilliance from the Revs once again offensively.
And that's the Retroid catch of the game, Cam. He actually threw that ball while he was in the middle of running. I thought he was about to take off with it. Let's get another look at it. Right here. Bam. Looked like Sully last week versus Houston. Great throw. That's the throw and catch of the night, Cam, for sure.
That's a nice hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23. A fresh set of downs here for Louisiana as Salmons has fresh legs. Oh, my. David Leathers. Tough sledding. Gain of 6 for Dwayne.
And speaking of fresh legs, Cam, you just wonder how fresh are the legs of Motor City, because they've been sitting there chewing up this clock. 24 carries, 129 yards, and it's probably going to another carry here.
45-31 in total plays. Louisiana with the slight edge. Collier now gets the handoff, and he scores a touchdown. The fullback's in the end zone. Everyone involved on that drive. Salmons, Chris Grant Jr., Collier with the score.
And why not feed your fullback, Cam? He's been blocking for you all night, serving as your lead blocker, making your job easier, him along with that offensive line. And they said, you know what, we're going to give you a tote to let you rock it into the end zone, spike the ball for a change.
So the total yards of offense now, 338 to 142.
Yeah.
14 first downs for Louisiana, 7 yards per play. 24-3. 11 plays, 73-yard, 4-minute drive. Almost all on the ground, but they mixed it up on the ground, kept the legs fresh. And now Motor City is, I mean, it's gut check time. They got to put together a drive right here.
They have to score, and that was Kerrion Collier's second rushing touchdown of the season. Surprised everyone, including myself, and now, like you said, Motor City has to respond.
From 1 yard deep in the end zone, maybe Guy Clausen can make it happen. Guy out to the 28. Solid coverage there. That's Levy Lease, the tight end for Louisiana on special teams, making the tackle.
All hands on deck, Cam.
Boom.
It's Monday night. Everyone wants to get on the field.
Yes, sir. Hit him squared up. Louisiana hits the road. The next 2 contests at Carolina. That's going to be a good one. Friday, September 22nd, and they go to Atlanta to take on the Swarm. Atlanta may only have 1 win, but Louisiana and Atlanta, They got a whole history.
They take it personal, Cam.
Yeah.
That's a personal rivalry.
That's an underrated rivalry. In this
Yes,
league.
I totally agree.
It needs more love. First down, Motor City. 4:04 to go in the third. Still plenty of time left in this one for the V8s. Michael Brown in as he threw the pass, nearly intercepted. Right through the hands of Chuck Diesel. Woo, that was scary.
He hit him in both hands, Cam. He should have came out with that one. He floated to him. You got to catch that. Don't worry, my middle linebacker can't catch either.
You talking about Sean Moore?
Yes.
He could get third and goal line stops, though.
Oh, yes.
Stop
definitely.
Hubba on that spear. That was ridiculous. Michael Brown, blitz picked up, pass incomplete. Rolleman Hood on the back end of that, looking for Noe Terrasas, his second target, but he's still got a goose egg. Third down.
Motor City offense just got in the field, and it's already 3rd down and 10. They cannot afford. They got to pick up a first down, if nothing else, than to give this defense a breather, Cam.
Motor City moved the ball quite well in the first quarter, but this Louisiana defense pinning their ears back. They have flipped the script. Brown rolling out to his left. Michael Brown down the field, intercepted. Tank Bennett steps in front of it and gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Motor City 28-yard line.
And Tank Bennett, he wasn't satisfied with just the pick. He was looking for the end zone, Ken. Did you see that burst of speed he got when he picked that one
Came
off?
out of nowhere.
He was trying to take that one to the house. He sure did. Sitting there back there playing zone, reading the quarterback's eyes. They got to make something happen. It's 3rd down and 10. And unfortunately for them, they made the wrong decision. And Motor City's defense is right back on the field. They are already exhausted.
Motor City, 78 yards of offense in the first quarter, 64 since. That was, man, it's hard to we didn't see it from Michael Brown's perspective, but that was, I mean, Tank Bennett just came out of nowhere. I don't know if he even saw him.
I doubt he did,
Cam.
Cam. I doubt he saw him, and that's the first time we saw trips tight. They run out of that situation, too, showing some versatility. 100
carries.
yards after contact.
Yep, 25 carries for Sammons at the Motor City 21. He's going to get a lot of touches as Louisiana protecting this lead. Sammons, first down to the 14-yard line. And this is when the SFL gets brutal, right, Eddie? You're so tired. You're trying to get off the field, and you just don't have the juice. The defense is too tired right now.
Too tired, and you got Sammons coming at you, 6'1", 215 pounds. He's a rookie, so he's got fresh legs, out here eager to prove something, and just coming down your throat up the A-gap. That's hard to take on.
Under 3 to go in the third. Flip. Sammons destroys a man and is wrestled down after a pickup of 6. Motor City needs a turnover. Something.
In the worst way, and you see Ross Napoli coming to help his young teammate up off the ground.
Gary Clem, 7 tackles, a sack, 2 TFLs. Tank Bennett's got a pick, 4 tackles. They've been the 2 stars tonight on that side of the ball. Dwayne Sammons has really turned it up over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Da Vinci goes in motion. They run it. They give a fake out, and Motor City not fooled. Sammons wrapped up by Rashid. So here's another 3rd down for Motor City to try to get off the field.
Another 3rd down. And that coach looks just like a young Dwayne. Dwayne in his prime years.
I wonder how Dwayne was in his prime years. That'd be fun to walk down memory lane with that.
He used to play football.
Oh, Dwayne caught in the backfield. Dwayne Sammons, that is. And Sammons is going to get wrestled out of bounds. Nice stop from the V8. So this defense, exhausted here in the 3rd quarter, makes a play and forces a Boudreaux field goal.
King Rashid looking like the Bears of this past weekend when the defense was totally exhausted. The offense couldn't do a darn thing and just out there just looking abysmal. And the defense continued to play hard.
I shouldn't have taken a drink of water. Out there looking abysmal. Whew. Field goal's good.
I almost traded in my Bears hat for a Detroit Lions hat this weekend.
Oh!
It was that close. I'm just.
Glad you didn't
I'm
do
the
that.
biggest fan in the world. Well, darn sure wouldn't be a Packers sack, Cam.
Oh,
But
man, come on.
oh man, it's brutal right now for us.
Louisiana 6 yards away from having over 100 yards in every quarter. They're probably going to fall short of that with Motor City getting the ball back. But right now, if I'm Motor City, I'm just trying to string some drives together. I mean, besides that last pick, I mean, that's their only turnover. I think the big difference for them tonight is they're used to getting Dean going, and Louisiana has really made them one-dimensional, and that I don't think that was Motor City's plan coming in.
Yeah, I mean, they showed a great example of it last week versus Baltimore when they stayed ahead of the chains. They didn't necessarily get home runs, Cam, but they just stayed ahead of the chains, kept the ball moving, and eventually wore Baltimore's defense down.
First down for the V8s. This thing was 7-3 at the end of the first. It has gotten ugly. Michael Brown's pass incomplete. Gary Clem in coverage on Phil Koss. He is a man on a mission tonight.
He is, and he had heat in his face as well, Cam, which made that throw even tougher.
Michael Brown has missed his last 5 passes. He was 9 for 10. He's 0 for 5 with a pick 6.
In the first half, yeah.
It's really surprising. They were playing pretty well. Phil Koss goes in motion. I mean, they've just totally gone away from Dean. It's really surprising. Brown back to pass. Brown fires it, and they're going to get a PI. He got brought down to the ground. That's a break for Motor City.
Yeah, and I think that was totally unnecessary as they had great coverage to the outside.
Called on Brian Craven, Blake B. Craze, Eddie. He never misses a tackle. Didn't miss this one either.
He didn't miss that one either. That was a good one.
First down, Motor City at the 39. Bill Cherry goes in motion. Brown, blitz. Brown caught. Wow, Phil Koss stole it from Chuck Diesel. First down, Motor City. They needed that.
They really did. And I'm not sure what play call that was defensively, pardon me, but I think they brought 3 defenders on a blitz there, Cam, and they were able to keep the head up and get the ball downfield, pick up that first down anyway. Good job.
The fact they still had 2 dudes on Phil Koss despite that blitz was impressive. Coach Craven in the chat, I'd tackle my own mother for a win. That's that's
a line from a movie.
That's great. Under a minute to go in the third. Handoff, Dean, Christopher Dean got away. Dean got a first down inside the 35. Best run of the night for Christopher Dean.
That's the Christopher Dean we know, running over defenders and picking up first downs.
Rolliman Hood, he tried to the last second.
They actually caught Minnesota. They actually caught Louisiana peeking inside, thinking it was going to be a run up the middle, and they bounced it to the outside.
Best drive in a while here for Motor City. 40 seconds to go in the third. First down at the Louisiana 35-yard line. Brown rolls out. Brown, nice. Wow, Bill Cherry got a block and broke a tackle. That was great heads-up work. You see who got that block, Eddie?
I did not. I was trying to get his number, Cam, and I couldn't quite get a look at it because I was so annoyed by the play. Let's take another look at this one. It's like a delayed wheel route.
Turns around. Was that Noe Terrasis, I think?
Yeah, it was Noe. Yeah, Noe Terrasis, the receiver.
Great heads-up play. Gets a block. Springs Bill Cherry. His second catch of the night.
That's about as delayed of a wheel route as you ever see.
Yeah, that was clever. First down, Dean on the handoff inside the 20. Stiff arms Bennett. Christopher Dean inside the 10. Dean down to about the 6-yard line. It'll be the final play of the quarter, but Motor City has some momentum.
And that's the Christopher Dean we've come to know and love like we said, he didn't have to break a tackle this time. He just stiff-armed the guy and bounced it to the outside. Great run by Christopher.
Well, it was Dante Grimm that was actually took the stiff arm. He's got 4 tackles of his own tonight.
I once recruited Dante Grimm because I loved what he did on social media. He said, "Sir, thanks, but no thanks. I want to play for a contender."
Louisiana, they are that. They won 3 of the last 4. Trying to make it 4 out of 5, 27-3 over Motor City. This is the Monday Night Spectacular on SFL YouTube.
This presentation into the S retransmission or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Start of the 4th quarter, Eddie Gage, Cameron Irvine, Stephen Hacker, Rochelle Colston with you. 27-3, Louisiana's in control, but Motor City putting something together. Still 10 minutes left in this one. You just never know. Hand off to Dean. Dean breaks off a tackle. Christopher Dean's got a touchdown. Motor City, well-deserved on that drive. They worked for it, and this game is far from over.
And you get this far downfield, Christopher Dean got you down there. You better hand the ball off to him and say, "Big man, listen, you got us down here. You might as well finish off the job and get this touchdown because you deserved it."
Bill, I'm always so impressed by the blocking. Cherry got down the field. He couldn't find anybody, then found someone and sprung Cherry for the touchdown. I'm just working that whole play.
Football is the greatest team sport in the entire world. I love it.
It's beautiful. They said, "Cam, if you want to play football, you got to lift weights." And I was like, you know what? I'll stick to basketball. And they're like, "But Cam, to play basketball really well, you got to lift weights." And I'm like, I'll just stick to telling everybody I play great basketball.
You just stick to journalism.
And they're like, "Cam, you're too skinny to play varsity high school basketball." And I was like, "Oh, I'll fix that. I'll take care of that." Just watch that flag football highlight. You think you look a little chubby in the game. Imagine if I put my behind out there.
Oh, man.
First down to the 28. The things we talk about in 3-score games.
Where's the mind when I need him?
He's talking about watermelon and strawberries and something else, whatever that was going on in the chat. What was the other thing that they were talking about? It was fruit and something else.
Something else going on, but it was a horrible combination, and I totally disagree with Damon on that one.
I missed it. Something. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Two backs, 2 receivers. Can Motor City get off the field? Dwayne Salmons behind some terrific blocks on the outside. Going to get a first down in the Motor City territory around the 46-yard line.
Looking at Louisiana, Cam, my goodness, they are going to be a tough team to beat at home moving forward. They got things figured out offensively and defensively. They got the run game going. And as long as Tommy Utah can remain mistake-free, this is going to be a tough team to beat, especially at home.
Oh, grapes and a chicken salad.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Ridiculous. Yeah, come on. No.
I would have picked every fruit before I would have said grapes.
Yeah. My wife ate some strange things when she was pregnant with our daughter, but that's just too far. Look at this, bounce to the outside.
Chris Grant Jr. now on the run, near a first down. Almost stiff-armed the official into oblivion. 2nd and 1.
Just when you think you got enough of Dwayne Salmons while he's on the sidelines getting a breather, and they got another young rookie coming in to take over. My goodness.
That official was backing up.
Yeah. he wanted no part of that.
No, not at all. Second and 1. Louisiana has dominated the line of scrimmage here in the second half. Motor City gives up 5.3 yards a carry, about middle of the pack right now. 2nd and 1. Handoff Salmons. Salmons has a first down to the 32-yard line. You just get the sense, Eddie, that Louisiana's not going to make a mistake. They are just playing so pure right now.
Cam, they sent tight end Levy Lease in motion. Listed at 6'6", 255, and I would swear he's about 6'6", 285. That is a big tight end.
8.5 left in the fourth. Louisiana just trying to salt it away. Utah going to throw. Oh, my gosh. Utah to Liam Hammer. It's like Tommy Utah was waiting his entire life to throw that football. He was ready. So was Liam.
Yeah, and that's one thing I like about this team, Cam. Yes, they have 2 tailbacks. They got a great fullback in Cameron Collier. But just when you fall asleep, Cam, at the wheel, you got Liam Hammer, the deep threat, waiting to take the top off the ball should you try to commit to the run game.
Hammer up to 114 tonight on 4 catches. Utah's 12 of 15 for 212. He's averaging 14 yards an attempt, which would be the highest of the week. Dwayne Salmons, look at the blocking. No one touched him. Touchdown Revolution.
I don't think he was touched after he got to the line until he got to the end zone. Nope. He still hasn't been touched. This offense is just rolling right now.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's
hat
untouched.
On a hat, on a hat.
The offensive line for for Louisiana has got to get some love. They got 2 tackles, Sergey and Cole, and they got 2 guards, and Odette and Ross Napoli. I mean, they just got the total package going on, and 2 tight ends. My goodness.
Them Bones in the chat talking about pregnancy cravings. Ice cream and pickles garnished with hot sauce.
Oh, my goodness. That sounds like my daughter. She puts hot sauce on anything.
Yeah, she doesn't know what heartburn is.
No, too young to know what that is.
Once you get to that age, once you get to the age where you know what heartburn is, you're like, is it 3 o'clock yet?
Yeah.
If it's 3 o'clock, leave it off. Kneel down for Sutherland in the end zone. Well, that was an impressive drive by Louisiana because Motor City had finally gotten some momentum, and you think, okay, you know, they got a shot to get off the field and make this interesting. And Louisiana just goes right down the field again.
Yep.
They made it look easy this time. 5-play, 71-yard drive. Michael Brown back to pass. That is caught. Phil Koss, first down, up the middle of the 36-yard line.
Phil Koss showing his versatility. We see him blocking for Christopher Dean in his run game. Now here he is running straight up the field on like a skinny post. Who wants to tackle that big man running down the field? Definitely not a corner.
T-Roy thought he just heard Go Pack Go. No, you heard yourself getting off that Bengals bandwagon and joining Green Bay. That's what you heard. 7.5 to go in the fourth, 34-10. Louisiana on top of Motor City. Eddie Gage, Cameron Irvine, Stephen Hacker, Rochelle Colston here with you on a night that has been owned by the Revolution, trying to get to 4-3. Dean, more trouble in the backfield. This defensive line, terrific. Clem there again.
Games are won and lost up front. I don't care what anyone says, what skill position players you have, the quarterback. If you don't have a solid defensive line, a solid offensive line, it all means nothing. And Louisiana has a great defensive line.
Brown pass caught. Koss. That's really been a successful play for Motor City tonight. Just that quick throw to Phil. He's beating everybody.
The quick throw to Phil all night on those shallow crossing routes.
Phil's up to 5 catches, 72 yards. Pretty good night for him. Brown has stopped the streak of those incompletions. He's now 11 of 17, buck 34. Creatas had a couple opportunities as well. First down, Motor City, 6:30 to go in the fourth. Dean will pick up 5. You know, Motor City has picked things up offensively. Just that 4 or 5 possession streak there in the middle of this game where they really just fell behind.
Yeah, that second and third quarter in particular.
Dean takes the handoff. We'll get 1, 3rd down and 4. Coming up for Motor City, they host DC next week, next Sunday. Talk about a very important game between 4 and 3
Both
and
teams.
3 and 4 ball clubs.
Yep.
Just on the fringe of the division lead, and then they are at Canton the next week. That is going to be a huge game in the north. Brown stops the rollout, goes back to Phil. Phil breaks a tackle inside the 20, down to the 10, down to the 8-yard line. Michael Brown recognizes the mismatch, cuts the whole thing, and hits Phil for a big gain.
Yeah, the blitz did not quite get home. Almost. He was trying to get through there, through the A gap, but unable to do so. Gave him just a little bit too much time. Anytime you can get the ball to field cost and Noe Terrace in open space like that, look out.
Tank Bennett's big, but not that big. He got outworked by Phil there.
Yeah.
Koss has put together a nice second half. First down and goal, 109 yards now for Phil. First and goal, 5:20 to go in the fourth. This could be back-to-back touchdown drives here for Motor City. Creator in the game. Dean all the way down to the 2-yard line. First and goal.
First and goal. Christopher Dean has not given up on this contest. Out here showing that they play till the clock hits 0.
Yeah, they really have. Under 5 left. Dean got it.
Oh.
Woo! Got some ups. Dean with a touchdown, his second of the night.
Fullbacks aren't supposed to have that kind of hops, Cam, but Christopher Dean is no ordinary fullback.
He is not. Celebrates with Creator.
Two late touchdowns here for Motor City here in the fourth quarter, Cam, but just a little bit too little too late as they were unable to get their defense off the field.
The onside kick. Did you see that onside kick in the Houston game?
I did.
I think it took everyone by surprise.
Yeah, they got the running back in there on special teams, and he could not come up with it.
Extra point by Richards is good. 34-17. 4:49 to go in the fourth.
Was it GP or Slap who could not come up with it? I can't remember. GP, the veteran.
All right, Louisiana, what you got on onside recovery? Richards, the onside kick will pop it short. Oh, nicely done.
Nicely done. Didn't even travel 10 yards anyway.
Got low, but he's lucky. Man, watch this. If he doesn't corral that,
yeah.
Motor City, they got about 8 dudes ready to take his head off.
Yeah.
He got low to the ground, made sure that play was over before it started.
I love football, Cam, but I hated playing special teams.
It's brutal.
Brutal. You got to have a heart of someone who just does not care about their body to play special teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, you see that pitch?
Yeah, stopped in the backfield for a loss of 1 there by Nicholas Warner. The best. Oh, Nicholas Warner hurt on the play after the tackle.
Hurt on the play.
The best
embarrassing.
SFL week not. Did you say embarrassing?
Yeah, you don't get hurt when making a tackle. Come on. How am I tackle you when I'm hurt?
Dang, Eddie.
If I'm hurt, I'm not going to let him know I'm hurt. I'm going to get up.
Well, that's true. Well, Nick let him know it hurt on that. Best of the SFL Week 9 includes 3-3 Louisiana visiting 4-3 Carolina Friday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Vancouver heading to unbeaten Fort Worth Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And a rematch of Minnesota and Indianapolis Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern for a full 13-game Week 9 slate. Head over to simulationfl.net and set alarms to be sure you don't miss any of the action. Salmon's dropped in the backfield yet again. That's Panani.
Panani again on the tackle.
4th TFL of the night for Minnesota or for Motor City. I did it too. Now it's
You did
3rd
it
and
too.
11. I think it's the Greenville, Louisiana, and
Yeah.
Motor City. It's
Yeah.
like I'm combining them tonight. 3rd and long. Louisiana 7 for 10 on 3rd down. 6 of their last 8. 4 in the pattern. Down to 4:15 to go in the fourth. They'll flip it out to Salmons, trying to get into field goal range. And Salmons has a first down.
Wow.
Ugh.
Cam, I love the call to run a ball on first down. You're already up comfortably. No reason to, risk a turnover. But you don't expect to pick up the first down. But I almost said Motor City, they're expecting if they're going to run up inside of the A gap, not to the outside. They bounce it to the outside. They lost contain, and what makes matters worse is they allowed them to pick up the first down.
David Leathers just could have had him. Just couldn't make the play. Salmon's over 200. That's back-to-back weeks after not having a 200-yard game in his first 5.
Yeah.
204 for Salmons. He is really coming on strong in the mid part of this season. 3:35 left. Salmons takes the handoff, picks up 4. Louisiana.
And that just goes to show, Cam, I don't care what anyone says. I know we're trying to get the players involved to make them feel important, and they are. We love all our players. I love Hunter Norwood, my whole crew. But hashtag coaching matters. They made a change 2-3 games ago and put Coach Craven in control over here, and they have not looked back, looking to win their 4th straight game.
Second and 6, 3 minutes to go. These corners on the outside.
Look at 81, looking like an offensive lineman, Cam.
Lease out there at a special teams touchdown. Now he's going to go out and block. Dwayne Salmons with another handoff. He's got another first down. Louisiana may run this clock out.
Yeah, they might.
My gosh, Motor City. I mean, again, credit to the V8s. They're not giving up. They're making them earn it. They're not giving up 30, 40, 50-yard runs to Salmons tonight. But it's resulted in total TOP domination here from the Revs. They'll need to snap it one more time before the 2-minute warning.
And credit to Drew, really. He realized it in preparation for this contest. He says, Eddie, this running game for Louisiana is the toughest I've faced all season. And tonight, Louisiana is showing why they are the truth.
And these corners for Motor City, as I was getting to earlier, they're just not built as run stoppers. They just don't have a lot to offer there outside, and it showed tonight, especially when Salmons has been able to get loose on the sidelines. This time he's brought down in the backfield. Well done by the V8s up front. That was Nick Brummer with the stop. We've hit the 2-minute warning. And now it's just trying to figure out who's going to win that over-under battle.
Yeah.
You're watching the Monday Night Spectacular on SFL YouTube. 51 points right now. That over-under 57.5. You got to be kidding me, Jack's data. Handoff, Salmons wrapped up from the back. Rodney Panani, well done again. He is the linchpin of that defense.
I would love to sit in a room with Jack's data. Actually, no, I wouldn't. It sounds like a headache, and try to figure out how they come up with these over-unders, because all too often, Cam, they are right on the money.
John Michael Sudduth, really quiet tonight. No catch. He had a career high just a couple weeks ago. Haven't needed much out of him except in the blocking department. Chris Grant Jr. going to take the handoff. He's down to the 11, so it's 4th down. And, boy, if you pick the under, you just got your skin saved.
You were praying for a tackle.
You got it. So Otis Bedreau is going to kick the field goal. Now you got to worry about Motor City trying to tack on some more points down the stretch. Another chip shot for Boudreaux. Does that banner say start packing? Did they just put that down? Somebody in the first row just strung that across the...
I was just looking at that 2K. I couldn't quite read it.
Yeah, I think
it say it. Start packing. Wow.
Dang.
That's brutal.
I think someone just strung that there like, all right, it's safe. It's safe. We can put the banner out now.
I don't remember seeing that in the first half, Cam. I don't know.
Oh, man. Kick is away. From the 2.
He was worried about the over-under in the first half, Cam.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, look at it. Johan Sutherland. Yeah. Another nice return of field vision. Gets up to the 32-yard line. Next week, we're back at it on Monday night for Vice Wars. 3-4 Las Vegas heads to 3-4 Denver for a crucial battle for playoff positioning. Kickoff 8:15. This week in the SFL 7:15. 2 weeks from now, we've got our first flex. Arizona Scorpions will welcome the Portland Fleet in prime time of Week 10, all times Eastern. The next Monday Night Spectaculars coming to SFL YouTube. And, Eddie, you're either going to get a 4-4 Portland team that just knocked off Alamo City, or you're going to get a 3-5 Portland team that's desperate. So either way, should have a good one in a couple of weeks.
Neither option sounds good.
It's that schedule you keep getting.
Yeah. Brutal.
1:40 to go in the fourth. Ball at the 32. Michael Brown, a chance to pad some stats. That pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Someone is hurt.
Yeah.
It's Terrasis. He's had a tough night.
Tough night. Meanwhile, the world champions have a strength of schedule of about 0.38.
Oh, man. You're telling me. They played all the best teams on their schedule. They played them all already.
Yeah.
And unless there's some big upset, Baltimore are going to be rising up those standings here over the next month.
Oh, my goodness.
T-Roy just giving rings away at this point. Thank you, T-Roy. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line after the deflection on the line. Brown goes left side. That pass incomplete. Rodman Hood, nicely done. Knocked the ball away, then got the tackle as a bonus. 3rd and 10.
Yeah. Ball was behind their intended receiver. Should have been more to the outside.
.94 seconds. Brown going in the gun. That's Azami Mihata in motion. Quiet night for him and Gusters. Browns. Pass is intercepted. Taken away by Nathan Blake. That is the 7th different player tonight on Louisiana's defense with either a pass deflection or a pick.
And guess what defense it was, Cam? Take a guess.
3-Dog T.
No.
Oh.
It was either 3 Robber or 3 Buzz. Couldn't tell which one.
Okay. I knew it was only going to be like 4 things. I would have been really upset if you would have set me up for something we haven't even talked about.
Oh, no. I wouldn't do that to you.
Victory formation. Motor City's got 1 timeout, but it's not gonna be enough. They're going to be able to run this clock out. And even if they do kick the field goal, you still get the under at 57.
I don't think they will, though, because they're already
they'll punt it away.
Outside the 30. Yeah, they can punt it away.
Well, we got to see Louisiana in person for the first time, Eddie. They are 4-3. This run defense is really good. Carolina, Atlanta, Charleston, Jacks, and Florida is the way they end their season. By the time we get to that Florida game, that's gonna be special. Louisiana's got to keep winning and hope that Florida can start to stumble to have a chance at the division. But what do you think of the Revs' chances this season?
Cam, they look good. They're playing well right now. As Coach Craven just said in the chat, he says, Eddie, excuse me, but Gerald's the pirate of this ship, and he still runs things over here. It just took us a while to get things figured out with this transition, but he still gives us solid advice and things of that nature. But I agree with you, Cam. It could, who knows, it could come down to that Florida game if Florida slips up a bit, and that's another rivalry game that's not talked about a lot too, Florida, Louisiana.
3rd and 13. Kneel down. And we got 5-second difference, so they'll punt it away, try and run out the clock. Motor City 4-3. I mean, hey, they're tied for the North lead. It's not all doom and gloom for the V8s tonight. They showed some good things tonight, still trying to figure out. I mean, the offense is just so talented. They have 9 different players to try, 9 different mouths to feed. I think they took a step in the right direction tonight, but they came up short against a really tough D-line.
Came up short. You know, that front 7, Cam, was just giving them problems all night long and just showed a lot of resistance. They were not going to sit there and allow Motor City to control place and dictate terms.
This may be the best punt of the night.
Great punt.
It's going to drop into the end zone.
Yeah.
Tank Bennett couldn't catch up with it. 3 seconds left for Motor City to try and get something going.
Cam, I'm being informed that home teams are 9-2 this week.
You know, you're never informed when more road teams win, are you?
No, I don't get those memos.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But good wins for the home teams. That gets the home crowd happy.
That's right.
I'm excited about the future. Last play of the game. Brown back to pass. Throwing it deep. Michael Brown's pass finds Nobody. Guy Clausen was the intended target, and that's how things end here this evening. Motor City 17, Louisiana 37, your final. Solid game by both clubs, but Louisiana pulls away. Motor City falls to 4-3. Canton back in the lead in the North, back in that top 8.
Yep.
And that's got to make them feel good now, ahead of Carolina and Baltimore in the Atlantic. Here's your final numbers, your final thoughts, Eddie.
My final thoughts, here's the game, Cam. Louisiana on 3rd down, 8 of 13. Motor City, 2 of 9. That's your ball game.
Yeah, 2 of 9. That was something we didn't really talk about much tonight, was that 3rd down for Motor City offensively. They struggled to stay on the field, and their defense was on the field a lot. No turnovers for Louisiana. They kept it clean, and they had the time of possession. Tommy Utah was pretty sharp all night long. Back-to-back 200-yard performances for Dwayne Salmons. That's a new season high, 213 for him. Koss and Hammer, both over 100, had strong nights. Warner, who went out of the game with an injury, with 11 tackles, but Gary Clem, 11 tackles, a sack, a pass deflection, 3 tackles for loss. Who's your player of the game on that note?
Oh my goodness! I mean, you gotta go. A lot of people are gonna say Dwayne Salmons, but I'm gonna go with the offensive line of Louisiana. They set the tone out here tonight, Cam, protecting the quarterback when they did throw it, and they got big holes. We talked about Dwayne Salmons often went through there untested until he to the 2nd and 3rd levels.
I'll go with Clem too. He set the tone, stopped Christopher Dean in his tracks early and often, and Motor City couldn't get it rolling. That's your ball game. Thanks to Rochelle Colston, Stephen Hacker, and Eddie Gage. Take them home, Eddie. Try not to keep the people too late.
Arizona, I love y'all, man. We took a tough loss this past week. All week when I was running sims, I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game, and we kind of got out the gate smoking. I said, whoa. But Vegas did some things different defensively that I was not expecting that caused that to happen. Got Will Todd involved, but in the end, we fell up short. 3rd down off defense killed us. I got to straighten that out moving forward, because I know LA's going to have some things out there trying to flood the zone and take advantage of what we do defensively. I got to change some things up. We're going to get it straightened out, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.
It's like the award show music. Get off the stage. We're out of here. Good night, everybody.